Good afternoon, class. This is Shay Klessman for MDG-wk3, class 1306, giving you the review of my game Dodgeball. So this week I have pretty much a good handle on the beta that was needed. Got the collisions all working. I have some animations in here I'll show you in a second. I have the pause feature up and running. So it throws up the pause screen, changes the icon on the pause, and then you can throw it back. And I'm going to show you right here one of the animations on the guys. He flips, spins, stars shoot out of his head, stuff like that. When you get an X on your body, or when you get hit, it throws an X up top. When you get too many, hits the game over screen, and there's also a reset. So, see, he flips and has stars shoot out of his head. Just like that. I think I'm going to have to put an invulnerability on my guy, though, to give him a second to get away from the balls. Because I find that sometimes while the character is flipping, or you're just too close, that it makes it impossible. You'll get hit twice or something. So if I give the guy like a 1 second invulnerability and like put a bubble around him as an animation, I think it'll work better than the way I've got right now. But so far I think I covered everything that was needed this week. I have the stars, as I said, the animation that shoots out of his head. I've got the flipping animation, I've got the life bar up top, I've got the game pause and game over screen, I've got a reset button, again the pause animation, or the pause tab, and then play tab, and I think that was just about it this week. Alright, some of the useful information that I learned this week was about the text in libgdx, not being able to put it on without resizing. That was a little bit difficult, but to get past that point I changed my game and converted it all over to the 1000 pixel width or point width, which helped out in two ways. It gave me a little bit more space, and it was easier to understand when I was placing something, whether it's 500 left or 500 right, and so on and so forth. So that actually worked out for my benefit. The hard part this week was understanding the animation. That literally took me hours. It just wasn't sticking in my head. So I did the long route. I made a sprite sheet, and then I cut out each individual sprite from the sprite sheet, and I gave each one of those textures its own variable. I put those variables inside of an array, and I looped through the array time base after a collision. It took me forever just to get that far, mostly just to get it to sink in my head. And the part that needs more clarification for me was definitely I need more on the animation side. Just something to see how to do it. There's a few good tutorials out there, but they're halfway working, or I just don't understand it clear enough. Once I see it once, more than just code sitting in front of me, but walk through once, I think it'll work. It's something I'm going to hit up on you next week or later this weekend. I definitely need to learn that piece. It adds more life to your game. Other than that, I think I covered everything this week. It was a pretty good and successful week. The game's definitely running, and I can't wait to see what we're doing next week. Thanks for your time, and I hope you have a good night.